In the heart of the stormy Atlantic, where waves clashed against jagged rocks and thunder roared like an angry god, there existed a place dreaded by sailors and fishermen alike, Devil's Reef. Its name alone was a curse whispered in seafarers' ears, a place said to be haunted by the souls of the drowned and the damned. Yet, amidst the chilling tales and the ominous warnings, a legend stood out, the legend of the Phantom ship. The tale was woven into the very fabric of the coastal town of Ravensbrück, a place that had witnessed generations of fishermen setting sail, some of whom never returned. They spoke of a ship, spectral and glowing, its crew long dead but unable to rest. The Phantom ship of Devil's Reef was said to appear on stormy nights, its ghostly form emerging from the mist like a harbinger of doom. Brave souls who claimed to have seen it spoke of eerie whispers riding the wind and glowing eyes staring from the darkness. For centuries, the townsfolk lived in the shadow of this phantom vessel, their lives intertwined with its haunting presence. Yet, it wasn't until a fateful winter that the legend took a terrifying turn. The winter was harsh that year, frost painting the town in icy hues and freezing the sea to an unnatural stillness. The atmosphere in Ravensbrück was one of palpable fear, for the Phantom ship had been sighted more frequently, its appearances growing bolder and more malevolent. Whispers of a curse spread like wildfire, seeping into the minds of the people, filling them with a primal dread. Amidst this fear, a young woman named Amelia found herself inexplicably drawn to the lore of the Phantom ship. Her curiosity led her to old manuscripts and dusty tomes, where she uncovered the ship's grim history. It was said that the ship was cursed by a vengeful sea deity, its crew punished for crimes committed against the ocean itself. Bound by the curse, the ship roamed the waters, seeking to claim the souls of the living. Amelia, however, was not one to be easily deterred. Fueled by a mixture of curiosity and audacity, she decided to unravel the mystery behind the Phantom ship once and for all. Armed with her knowledge and a lantern, she ventured to Devil's Reef one moonless night, her steps resolute despite the icy fingers of fear clutching at her heart. As she stood on the reef, the wind whipped around her, carrying with it the scent of salt and something more ominous. The sea roared beneath her, a cacophony of rage and sorrow. And then, amidst the chaos, it appeared, the Phantom ship, glowing with an ethereal light that illuminated the surrounding darkness. Amelia's breath caught in her throat as she saw the figures aboard the ship. Ghostly and translucent, they moved with an eerie grace, their eyes fixated on her, filled with a hunger that sent chills down her spine. Yet, something in their gaze also spoke of despair, as if they were trapped between two worlds, yearning for release. Summoning her courage, Amelia called out, her voice carrying over the tumultuous sea. "What do you seek?" she asked, her words carried away by the wind. The figures on the Phantom ship seemed to pause, their spectral forms flickering like candle flames in the wind. And then, a voice, ancient and mournful, echoed across the waters. "Salvation," it whispered, the word laden with centuries of agony. Driven by empathy and a newfound determination, Amelia made a choice that would change the fate of the Phantom ship and Ravensbrück itself. She delved into the ancient texts once more, seeking a way to break the curse. Days turned into nights as she deciphered cryptic incantations and performed rituals long forgotten. Finally, on a night when the moon hung low and the stars blinked like distant memories, Amelia stood once again on Devil's Reef. This time, she held in her hands an amulet, an artifact imbued with the essence of the sea deity that had cursed the Phantom ship. With trembling hands, Amelia chanted the incantation, her voice rising above the crashing waves. The amulet glowed with a brilliant azure light, its radiance spreading across the reef and enveloping the Phantom ship. The vessel quivered, its spectral crew writhing in agony as the curse binding them began to unravel. Amidst the chaos, Amelia's voice remained steady, her resolve unyielding. The amulet pulsed with energy, each beat resonating with the heartbeat of the ocean itself. And then, with a deafening roar and a blinding flash, the curse shattered like fragile glass. The Phantom ship trembled, its ghostly form dissipating into the night like morning mist. The sea, once turbulent, calmed, its waves lapping gently against the reef. The figures aboard the ship, their expressions no longer twisted in anguish, faded away, their souls finally at peace. Ravensbrück awoke, the next morning, to a different world. The air felt lighter, the sun brighter, as if the town itself had been freed from the clutches of a centuries-old nightmare. The tale of the Phantom ship became a legend of redemption, a story whispered by the townsfolk to their children, a reminder that even the most haunting curses could be broken by the bravery of one's soul. And so, Ravensbrück thrived, its people no longer haunted by the specter of the Phantom ship. Yet, they never forgot the young woman who had dared to challenge the supernatural, who had shown them that even in the face of the most terrifying horrors, there existed a glimmer of hope, a light that could banish even the darkest of shadows.